Shalom, shalom, kwam yasha'Allah. All right, so the topic for today is sex for rent. And this is happening over here in Ontario, in the cities of Toronto and Brampton. Now, before I get started, I just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone of GMS that do rule one, that do teach one, that have taught me this truth. To you I say Shalom. This is Brother Gabar Allah coming back at you with another video. Lord willing, be edifying. And yes, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Shai. Another day. So yeah, exposing sex for rent, ads targeting students. This is from the CBC News. It's a documentary. It's a Canadian news station over here. This was originally posted in the group chat by a brother. I watched it. But I've heard about this, and this has been happening for a long time now. I believe this was happening since 2016, 2017. That's when I first heard about this. And it was the elders and brothers of GMS Toronto. They told me about that. I think it was Elder Yahweh Sap and Elder Ahawad. They were talking about that, man. And I went and I looked it up. I'm like, God damn, this is serious out here. This is what these women are doing, especially these young women. And now it's being exposed and shown on mainstream media, mainstream television, and mainstream news. And they're bringing awareness to it. But this has been going on for some time. It actually started to get worse during COVID, and during and after COVID. Right, so that started around 2020, and you know what COVID brought it. Caused a lot of problems, man. Financial problems for women especially, right, and for the youth. But this is a result of the grinding. The grinding being low in this place, which the grinding being low is just simply going into economic stagnation. This place going through a recession and going through, well, really it's going to get to the point of being in a depression. Right. So this is what people do during a recession and a depression. They start selling themselves. They start prostituting themselves, and that's what's going on. These men are posting ads on Facebook and Craigslist, targeting young women and international students that are vulnerable or that can't survive on their own, by saying things like, well, we'll pay for your rent if you provide us sex in return. And that's what's going on. It's becoming a problem because a lot of young women are becoming exploited and abused and taken advantage of when they fall for these ads. So it's a serious problem over here. That's why they made a documentary about it. The woman that you see here is a politician and a councilwoman from the Peel Region area. I believe she represents Brampton, the city of Brampton, and she's also exposing it, and she's going through the ads and exposing the language that these predators use to lure these women in. But like I said, this is what happens when the grinding is low. This is what happens when your country is circling down the drain. This is what people are resorting to, and it isn't going to get better. Now, let's get some precepts and scriptures. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. In the day, actually, you know what, man? Let's start at verse 1. Why not? It says, remember the Most High in your youth. That's right, talking to you young people. All right, you young people, because this is going into students. Students are young, right? They're in school, they're in high school, they're in university, they're in college. Yeah, So it says, remember now that thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, while the sun, or the light, or the moon, or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. That's right. And the Lord wants you while you're in your youth, because while you're in your youth, that's when you're at your full strength. You're able-bodied, You're not tired. You don't break down easily. You're not old and withered. So this is when you're supposed to serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And pretty much, man, a majority of people out here, not just young people, actual young people, but even these people that are old, you know, they were doing a lot of wickedness in their youth. Right? When times were good, when they weren't experiencing any pressure, you know, they weren't serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. They were living good. But now the evil days are here, and because you didn't build a relationship with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai in the past, or while you were in your youth, now the Most High isn't going to help you, and now you're going to feel pressure. Now you're going to experience trouble. Anyways, man, it says, verse 3, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. And that's where we're coming to. And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few. That's right. Not a lot of people are working good jobs anymore. And people aren't in the spirit of working hard anymore like they used to. You have a lot of people falling out of the trades. And you need people in the trades. You need plumbers, you need electricians, you need bricklayers, masons, men that are in construction, women that are in construction. A lot of people don't want to pursue those careers anymore. They want to just do things online. They want to be, an influencer, right? You don't want to be on OnlyFans. They want to partake in a gig economy. They don't really want to work hard. They want to be on social media influencing people, especially the young generation. So they don't want to go into the trades and work with their hands. But that's where the money's at, right? That's where the money is at. But anyways, it says here, and those that look out for the windows be darkened, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. That's right. Stagnant economy. That's talking about a recession and depression, and really, it's gonna come. It's gonna turn and evolve into a financial collapse, right? Financial collapse is very dangerous. That means the economy will collapse, and this whole system will implode on itself, and your money is gonna be worthless, right? But yeah, this is what happens when the grinding is low, when there's not enough work, when the economy is in a recession or depression. This is what people resort to, especially young women. They become a prostitute. They sell their ass. And, I just have to say this. When you women fall on hard luck, I noticed something, man. You always have to resort to selling yourself or prostituting yourself. You have to be a servant. You have to be a servant, and that's who you are, man. Right? That's who you are. At the end of the day, you have to serve a man, and this whole time, you've been running away from that because this so-called white man has put these stupid ideas in your head, thinking that you can be like the man or you can be strong and independent on your own, because they bring forth these ideologies like feminism and liberalism. But now, when reality hits you, when all hell breaks loose, are those ideals going to help you? Because they're not helping a lot of women right now. These are students that came here on their own, right? They're independent, but are they able to be independent in a tough environment? And no, you need a man. You need somebody with you to help you. Right? So now you're learning it the hard way. And rightfully so. Let me get this. This is Genesis chapter 3, verse 16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children. Wow. Yeah, man, that sucks. So when you give birth, you're going to be in pain. And you can die in labor. Right, or the child can die. So back then, during Adam's time, before they got cursed, of course, bringing forth or giving birth was like taking a number 2. It was very easy. It's not like now where you go to the hospital and you can end up dying. Because a lot of women, they die when they give childbirth. Right? They experience a lot of pain while pushing that baby out. Now it says here, and thy desires shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. That's right. So you're going to have to be under your husband. Right? And you're learning that the hard way. You're going to have to serve whether you're on the left-hand side or on the right-hand side. And this is what you get for pursuing the left-hand side. So now you're going to be a prostitute. You're going to serve a man by being a whore. And that's it. So you're better off serving a man on the right-hand side through decency and order. And it sucks, man. But hey, that's what you wanted. That's what you wanted. Let me get this. This is I'm going to read this. This is Ecclesiastes. Hold on, did I finish everything? Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 4. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Beautiful, okay? And this is going into the music. The music in this time, in these modern times, is garbage. It's terrible. They don't even use real instruments anymore. They use machines. And they don't rap about anything. A lot of the music isn't really conscious. And if there are conscious musicians out there that are bringing forth awareness, some type of awareness, they get censored. They get demonized. They get made fun of for speaking the truth, right? So yeah, the music is just shit-stained garbage, man. Anyways, let's get another one. This is Isaiah chapter 32, verse 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. That's right. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. And you are at ease. And real soon, you're going to be at dis-ease, which you're starting to experience that now. Okay? But before, you were a complete demon, man. You were living off the system. You were living off of these men. These men were taking care of you because they were simps. But now times are getting hard, and men can't take care of you or take care of themselves. So now they're gonna take advantage of you because of the economy and how things are going. And let's be real, men are actually upset, man. There's a lot of men out here, man, that just want box too, and they're not getting enough box. Especially the working man. So the working man's like, you know what? Let me take advantage of this shit. These bimbos and these dumb dildo-headed women, man. Let me take advantage of them. Let me put up some ads and just fucking exploit the shit out of them, man. But yeah, man, there's a lot of angry men out here. There's a lot of men in sexless relationships. They're not getting what they deserve, so to speak. Their desires are not being met, and they're tired of that shit. So it says here, hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless woman, for the vintage shall fail, and the gathering shall not come. And I'll just say this, when this turns into a depression and an economic collapse, like, think about the Weimar Republic. Just go study. I remember I did a video about the Weimar Republic, Berlin in the 1920s. Remember I did a video about that, and there was a lot of problems, man. There was a lot of prostitution during the 20s, during the Weimar Republic, when they went through their financial crisis, their economic collapse, right? They experienced something called hyperinflation, and you had pregnant women soliciting themselves, prostituting themselves on the street. It didn't matter what stage of their pregnancy they were in, they were still out there selling their ass. They could have been 5 months pregnant, they could have even been 9 months pregnant, and they were still standing out there. You had top generals that were over killers, over men, over soldiers, and they were prostituting themselves along with their wives just to make ends meet. right? So, that's gonna happen in the future. So what are you women going to do? What are you women going to do? You ain't gonna do shit. You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna just be a servant. That's what you are. You ain't gonna pick up a gun. You ain't gonna fight. You're just gonna sell your ass. That's what you're gonna do. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna blow some rod, pop your puss, pop your butt. That's what you're gonna do. So, and yes, I have to sound like this. I'm being vulgar because that's what you need. That's what you need. Because our people, you tribes, you Israelites, you're stiff-necked. You're hard-headed. You're very hard-headed. If we talk nice to you, you don't want to listen, so we got to talk mean to you. That's why the scripture says, though I be rude in speech, I don't lack in knowledge. Roughly paraphrasing. Because what I'm telling you is the truth. Man, I just gave you history. I just told you about the Berlin in the Roaring 20s, man. On how they went through a financial crisis, an economic collapse. They experienced hyperinflation, and how a lot of women and even men prostituted themselves, right? So this is only going to get worse, especially if this trade war continues, and especially if America keeps getting worse and worse and worse, because that's going to affect the whole world. So anyways, Isaiah chapter 32 verse 10, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless woman. Yeah, you're very careless. You love to go to the clubs. You like to go out there using these social dating apps. You just like to gallivant down the street. You like to have unprotected sex. And then you get pregnant, you catch all these diseases, and then you spread them. You're very careless, man. For the vintage shall fail. That's right, the vintage, going into the help that you get from the government and these different men, these simple-ass men. You got like 10 boyfriends. You got 9 kids. Well, you got 10 kids with 9 baby daddies, right? So now they give you a check. That's going to fail, man. The gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loin. That's right. So you're going to cry, man. You're going to cry, and you're going to wear, you're going to be girt up in sackcloth, which means a potato sack. Rough garments. And they don't look good either. Right now you dress good. You walk around in your high heels, your stilettos, and your skirts. You put on your costly perfumes. You put on your mascara. You put on your makeup that you buy from Sephora or the Bay or whatever the fuck you bitches wear. I don't even know what it is, but when you wear it, you look good. I don't know what it's called, but you look good. But in that day, you ain't gonna look good. You're gonna look like shit, and rightfully so, because you were wicked, man. Verse 12, they shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. That's right, lament for the teats, for the pleasant field, for the fruitful vine. That's right, you're going to lament for the good old days, how good you had it in the past. Right, when you should have been serving your man and serving Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. It's not going to go back to them good old days, man. Them good old days is over. So that's what I wanted to bring out. Let me get this. Actually, no, that's not what I want. This is this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 26, verse 10. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. Watch over an impudent eye, and marvel not if she trespass against thee. These are people's daughters, man.
Or some new
these are people's daughters. They're not showing any victims, but still.
You're up here.
They're not showing any victims in the show, but still, these are people's daughters, man. And they're abusing themselves through over much liberty. These young women, these international women that are coming over here to study, yeah, they're abusing their liberty. Now they're in the Western world. Now they can run around and be a hoe. This is what you're doing. Watch over an impudent eye, and marvel not if she trespass against thee. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he hath found a fountain. when he hath found a fountain, Salakia, and drink of every water near her, by every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. Yeah, and that's what they're going to do. You know, and they're going to do it especially if they don't have anything. Right, and they're going to do it, and that's what's happening with these ads. Right? Now, anyways, this is Amos chapter 7, verse 17. And this pertains to Israel, because you have a lot of Israelite women that are doing this too. Right, selling themselves. But it's prophesied that you're going to be a whore. It's prophesied that these women are going to be a whores. By the way, when she's a thirsty traveler, it just means that she's going to be blowing a rod and swallowing semen. And when it says that she opened up her quiver, it means she opens up her vagina. And the arrow is talking about a penis. All these different type of penises are going to be going up in her vagina. So she's gonna have many lovers, and she's gonna play the harlot. Now you're doing it to pay your rent, right? A lot of you women. Gonna make sure I explain that. So this is Amos chapter 7 verse 17. Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yoshai, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city. The city of Toronto, of course. The city of Brampton. So she's gonna be a harlot. Right, you know what a harlot is. A whore, right? Pay for sex, right? Or rent for sex. And thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword. That's right. So your sons get shot down in the streets. Your daughters get shot down in the streets by these different gangs and the cops. And thy land shall be divided by line. And thou shalt die in a polluted land. And Israel shall surely go into captivity forth of his land. That's right. And you've experienced all of this. You know, you're a captive exile. You're dying in a polluted land. America is filthy. It's polluted. On all levels. Spiritual and physical pollution. Can't even breathe. You're eating bad food. It's polluted, man. That goes into Micah 2 and 10, man. Let me see if I can pull that up. Micah 2 and 10. 2:10 says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. That's right. Let's see what the word polluted means. Okay. Tamai or Tama, right? And it says to be unclean, become unclean, become impure. Yeah, to be or become unclean, sexually, religiously, ceremonially, yeah, on all levels. Freaking dirty, man. To defile oneself, be defiled sexually, by idolatry, ceremonially. So on all levels, man. On all levels. Right? So you're spiritually unclean, you're ceremonially unclean, you're sexually unclean. Idolatry, you know. Wow. Also going into adultery as well. Adultery is at an all-time high in this place. Everybody just sleeps with everybody and nobody gives a shit. It's nasty, yo. But whatever. It's all good. It's all good. I don't care. This is arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. Yeah, man. Yeah, so this place is hell, man. And every day we're dying. Every day we're dying while living in this place. So yeah, you're gonna be a whore. So this is Ezekiel chapter 16, verse 33, and this pertains to Israel because she has a lot of lovers. She committed spiritual adultery against Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and the Lord is angry. He's complaining about it, and that's why he's getting busy on Israel, man, by judging them and putting them into captivity, making them experience destruction, things of that nature, right? So it says, Ezekiel chapter 16, verse 33, they give gifts to all whores, but thou givest thy gifts to all thy lovers, and hirest them that they may come unto thee on every side for thy whoredom. And the contrary is in thee from other women in thy whoredoms, whereas none followeth thee to commit whoredoms, and in that thou givest a reward, and no reward is given unto thee, therefore thou art contrary. That's right. You know what that simply means? You know, you Israelites, man, you're not just whoring yourself out and prostituting yourself for survival because you really need it. You're just doing it because you're fucking wicked, man. You're just fucking evil. Because the Lord, you know, he gave you all these gifts while he was with you, right? He gave you all these gifts. You didn't have to go away from him and do all this spiritual whoredom. But the main point is, man, you're just doing this because you want to. You just love to sin, right? And, you know, you women, you know, now, you know, back then, you know, when things were good, you were just being a whore because you just could be a whore. You just liked being a whore. But now, when things are getting tough, now you're starting to complain. Now you're starting to complain. Here it is. Now you can be a whore and do all these things and put run game on men. But now you don't want to do it. Now you don't want to do it. But it was cool back then when everything was good, when you were able to afford things on your own. But now you can't. And now men are coming and approaching you and saying, you know what, I know that you can't afford certain things, so why not shack up with me? But all you got to do is sleep with me. Now you don't like it that way when things are hard. You women are fucking stupid, man. You women are stupid, man. You women are stupid. Stupid, man. I don't even take this documentary seriously, man. So dumb. Anyways, man, that's all I got. With that, hope this was edifying. Until next time, just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone of GMS. To you I say Shalom. Kwam Yashallah. Bible Ball. Shalom.